Where should I say?
And today, I think you're running the first unicorn from the Philippines, or actually Southeast Asia.
No. There are 9 in Southeast Asia. We were the fastest one to become a unicorn, but we're the first and only
How
one
long did it take you to become?
2 years.
2 years?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So what is Revolution Precrafted? Give us a quick background.
So I've been doing branded real estate for over a decade. I've done a lot of these towers with the world's best architects, such as IMP, towers with Philippe Starck. I own the Trump Tower in the Philippines, Armani Tower, Missoni, Versace, all these fashion brands. And I started thinking to myself, done close to $2.1, $2.5 billion worth of these branded deals. And I thought, this is all great, but I'm impacting only 1 or 2, 3, whatever countries I'm in. New York, which is where I developed and all. And I said, how do I use this business of branding and differentiation to go global?
How make it scalable, basically?
And to make it really scalable. So I started investigating in this technology of prefab space and modularity. And it was really my means to the end. My eureka moment was, look, real estate is the biggest industry, right? It isn't your car rides, it isn't everything else. It's your home, your biggest purchase. And I thought to myself, I want to attack the biggest industry and I want to disruptive.
So who was the first designer you approached?
One of the first few was Ron Arad and Zaha Hadid before she passed away. So I launched with Zaha Hadid in Miami Art Basel.
And was it difficult to convince them?
Yeah, we have now 79 of the world's best architects and designers under global exclusivity, which means you can only get prefab homes by Jean Nouvel or French Pritzker Price Christian de Poissonpark through us.
It's like
starting at $10,000.
This is my bag from Chanel, this is my house from Philippe Starck. So you're branding houses. So what are the architects saying about that? They must be frustrated.
If they were frustrated, they wouldn't be signing up with us, right? So
no, not the ones who sign up with you, but
those guys are probably frustrated. But I think the point was design democratization. And obviously, Revolution is an asset-light business model. I already did all of those CapEx-intensive, land banking-intensive business before. So I wanted to really inculcate a different kind of philosophy, asset-light, global, and using technology to really create the product.
Okay.
In some cases,
tell us how it works. I want to have a new home.
Yeah.
So I've heard about Revolution Precrafted. Like, how do you do it? How do you get this very complex process of house buying, choice, financing, and process? What does it cost? How long does it take? And how does it work?
We don't really do B2C because it's very complicated. So imagine if 3,000 people here inquired and lived in 200 countries. It's just impossible logistically. So what we do is we actually sell to developers and landowners. And it's a B2B to C model. Okay. So that's why I've just been 4 days in Europe. I was in Spain yesterday, Lisbon the day before, Palo Alto the day before. So we're really expanding into Europe.
So you meet landowners and developers.
And sell thousands of homes to them.
And what's the cost savings for them?
20%.
20%.
Value proposition is 5-fold. Number 1, speed. We produce in 2 months, 60 days, as opposed to 2 years. So there we save labor costs. But number 2, we use amazing technology to create products, and in certain cases, advanced robotics. There's, I think, volume they put in.
I saw there's a sound check for the party going on here.
Yeah, that's for tonight. Third is designer brands, as I said. And fourth, accessible price point. We start from $10,000.
So how expensive is? I have 2 kids. So
2 bedrooms can cost you $40,000.
40,000. So it's price, it's branded, speed, amazing.
And it's global.
So what do you want to do with a company like this? It looks like that you have a huge potential. Actually, I was invested in a smaller player.
I know, you told me.
In
That's
Germany,
how I met you last year.
In Germany, but are there any other players doing what you do? I mean, it sounds almost like
I mean, I didn't invent the prefab space, right?
No, of course, but the branded one is the uniqueness.
The only branded housing
company. It's a uniqueness.
By far, the only one. So that's our IP.
So nobody else does it?
Not to this level.
And these like brands, your designer, who are brands really, Do you get promotion from them through their social channels also?
Some of them do, but that's our business. We actually promote them. Some of them, right? So, but many cases, we always keep our bars high. The parameters set forward are the highest level, Pritzker Prize architects or future Pritzkers.
Fascinating. Can you share some numbers with us? Like how many houses or units?
We're present in 11 countries. We have a total project pipeline of $7.2 billion US before Europe. So I've been traveling.
$7.2 billion. Okay. How many people is that?
That's about 35,000 homes I have to deliver.
35,000 homes.
And there's also other products like pop-up retail. We're going to go into vertical this year and all.
It's hot here on the stage.
It's hot on the stage.
I'm sorry. We're almost done.
Super hot.
Although you're from the Philippines, I thought you should be.
Yeah, but I've been.
No?
Yeah.
Okay.
No excuse then.
So, I mean, I'm really blown away because when we met in Kuala Lumpur,
we met in a conference in KL last year, right?
From Patrick Grove. Who knows Patrick Grove? I want to be what he is in Asia. I want to be like him in Europe. So
he wants to be like you.
He's more successful. So he's like a serial entrepreneur from the Philippines. He's half Australian, and
from Malaysia. He's from
Malaysia. Sorry, he came to NOAH London, I think, the first time like 6-7 years ago, and they were always like these guys from Asia, the Philippines. And at some point, I asked him who he is, and he told us he's the founder of.
I think he's gone. He's taken 3 companies public. So
it's unbelievable. So he then thought NOAH is so great. I do a NOAH in Asia, and because he came so many times to us, I thought I come to you also. So I spoke in Kuala Lumpur, and that's how we met. And I don't think I understood the potential of what you're up to and the number of units, because you obviously are a great self-promoter, and you are doing an amazing job kind of making sure everyone knows how successful you are. But the core of your business, what you do, is truly fascinating. Now, where do you want to take it?
Yeah, I mean, the goal is to be a decacorn. The first one in Southeast Asia. The biggest one is Grab, of course, valued at $6 billion, the Uber of Asia, which actually acquired Uber in its Asia operations, as you know, a month ago. And look, we're in a population of 650 million people. With China and India, we're half of the world.
But you deliver homes almost all over the world. So
we have not entered Europe up until last week, which is when I started my
Who would be your dream partner in Europe? We have lots of them potentially.
There are many.
Like landowners, property developers.
I just came from Madrid. A day in Ibiza, we have a deal there on Sunday. So we're everywhere now. That's
where we're building Casa NOAH. We should have used your houses.
You should.
You want to? I mean,
you were trying to. You were calling me one time for that.
So you seem to measure a lot in the valuation of funding rounds. We had a lot of companies here on stage already today. Like
they say they don't care. They do.
But they never raised really money. Yet they make it. What is your objective? You say you want to grow the valuation.
The biggest home supplier in the world. Please remember, I didn't start real estate just 2 years ago. This is not a passion project. I've been doing this successfully.
Yeah, you did the old model,
10 years,
and then you probably said this is so hard.
I've used the old business model to the new business model.
It's fascinating. You just wrapped the entire.
I mean, it's not. I woke up one day and I want to try this thing called real estate.
When did you start with the idea?
New York. No, with my idea.
Yeah,
or started real estate.
The Precrafted idea.
About 2.5 years ago.
You said 2 years.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so fast.
We launched December 2015, so it's 2.5.
Okay. Well, at NOAH, we want to introduce you to partners also from the old world. So if you want to reach out to any of our conference attendees all over the world, we are happy to facilitate it. I love it because it's not an American-born success story. It's one from the Philippines. And interestingly, it's...
No, but I grew up in the States.
Of course.
Studied at Stanford, so I'm surrounded by
But your business revenues are at the moment around your region. And I also like it because it's done by someone who is coming out of traditional industries, not necessarily with a digital background. How many people work for you?
About 450, including all my salespeople.
And how many of those are kind of digital startup type of people versus old economy people?
It's very difficult. I've been getting a lot of expats. I mean, you have that in Europe, right, with an amazing, diverse group of people. But Southeast Asia, I have to import people from Singapore, my CFOs from Italy, always hiring other people from other backgrounds, really trying to get the best people with this kind of.
You know, Robbie, we do every conference, we usually have a theme in London, you know, competition, and what's the next big thing, how big do you get? And, you know, from the moment I met you in Kuala Lumpur, I just saw one thing, and this thing is the fuel of innovation in the new economy, which is passion. So
I even say passion is not enough, it's obsession.
Okay.
So the goal is to be at 100 revolutionaries, we call them. And that's what we want to be.
Okay, we're running late.
Thank you, Marco.
Thank you so much, Robbie.
Thank
All
you.
the best. Thank you.